Hey everyone, this is Noblars here and bringing you another one of the You Pick I Paint figures. This here was a custom that was given to me, the colors were given to me by Emmett Mueller. Congratulations to you. I will put a link to your channel or just give you a shout out at the end of this video. And yeah, these are the colors that you picked for this custom. We have this kind of like an olive green, or I guess both of these can pick an olive green. And then this is a kind of a metallic-y green color. And then like a navy blue. So these are the main colors that he picked, and he said to give him 2 shotguns, a sword, and a cape. Now, he said sword or shotgun, so I gave him 1 shotgun and a sword. So I kind of did a little balancing of the two. But this figure is the first figure that I made completely with clay armor. There is not any metal armor on this figure. There's a few pieces of metal on it, but for the most part, all the armor that you will see is going to be made out of clay. Now, I do use air dry clay, and I can do some tutorials on how to use it. It dries really fast, so it's a little tricky to use, but it's able to give me these really cool shapes and designs that I can't get out of the metal that I use. So if you can see the detail in this figure, there's just a lot more armor on this, and I don't normally do chest armor, but from now on I'm pretty sure I'm going to continue to do that just because it's like the one part of the figure that I just sort of neglected. And I mean, I put a lot of stuff on the chest, but not actual armor. I'm looking around to see if I have anything to, for an example, like this figure here. He has, you know, the normal armor, but it doesn't have anything on his chest, and I really like the way that this one turned out. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to this review, and hopefully, I butchered that word, hopefully you guys like this one. It took me a long time to make it, and it's just a lot of work that goes into using this clay, but I'm getting faster each time, and I do apologize. I feel like I apologize in every video that I have. I'm going to stop apologizing. There's a lot going on in life, and it's hard to get these videos out on time, but I'm going to keep making them, keep doing them, and I hope you all enjoy them. So this was going to be a really cool figure. I normally take the weapons out of the hand, but I'm going to take the shotgun out of the hand. First, if he'll give me the shotgun. Give me the shotgun, okay? It's a really cool shotgun. I can do a tutorial on this one. It's a lot of fun to make. It's a little tricky. You'll see why at the end of this video. But we will move on. So now I did add some other colors. He does have some browns, as you can see, and then these are the main primary colors that I did not stray from, but I did use some accent colors. I wanted to try to incorporate some silver in here, but it didn't really work out as well as I wanted to. But oh well, it just didn't work. And then also this color here is a very shiny color. It does not dry flat. That's why when the light shines on it, you can see up there on the chest how it kind of glistens. He sparkles. So that's just kind of how that works. Also, the brown I used has that same kind of effect on it as well. But anyway, moving on to the feet. We were actually going to start with the feet, not moving on to the feet. Scoot up a little bit. Here we have a little bit of, now everything is clay, so I'm not going to keep saying that, but we do have a little piece here on either side of the foot for, it's kind of like a little, I guess giving his boot some more detail. And then he has the knee pads. This is 2 pieces here. Well, it was one original piece, but then I used my X-Acto knife to cut into it to give it these shapes. And then of course the, I guess this is more of a shin pad, and this is the knee pad here. And then the centerpiece here. I bent this piece of clay over a over a paintbrush to give it that, I'm not sure if you can see how it does have a little bit of curve to it. It's not just flat onto the figure, so a little extra detail there. And then he has 4 of these ammo packs that are painted with the brown and then a darker brown. It doesn't look like brown, it might look like gray on the camera, but it is a darker brown that I mixed up the colors together. And then over here on the chest, he does have 5 pieces of here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all, I'm not going to keep saying clay. I kind of want to keep saying these are all, hey, made out of clay, but all the armor is. This one right here, actually one piece, I cut it in half and then put each half on separately, and then in the black, or in the cracks here, I painted black. Now in the cracks of all these, I painted black just to give it that little extra detail. But this here is a little, I didn't have to put this here, but a lot of capes and stuff have like that little pin that holds the cape part to the chest. So that's what that is here. He does have a cape that goes around back. And on this side he doesn't have one, but he does have a combat knife. This does not, it's not a fully functioning knife, but I just want to give some extra detail. He's a commando, so he does have a lot of extra weapons and stuff. So that is going to be that. He does have, or it does have the strap here, the piece of fabric over the strap over the handle, the handguard, and then of course the sheath there. Put a little button there for a little accent. Get a little bit more detail in there. Moving on to the arms. Now for the arm here, he does have this really awesome shoulder pad that does, I cut into it with this black line that goes all the way around the arm, and then here I kind of cut out this rectangle piece so I can accent it with the two-tone colors. It does have, this color here is that color. It looked a little bit different when I painted it over top of the green, but it does look really great. And then I have this color is like the main color scheme, I guess. Oh, by the way, when I first started, I painted the whole figure this olive green, so his undersuit is that olive green, which is really awesome. If you want to know how to do that, I could do a video on that. It's kind of simple. You do have to do some sanding to get it so it doesn't like rub the paint off, but doing a whole undersuit for figures is pretty cool, and I enjoyed it. So both arms are the same. He does have some more detailing in that like wrist piece right there of the I did cut into that one too as well, get some black accents into that. It's kind of tricky to get both of these to be exactly the same because they're both hand sculpted, but I was able to do a pretty good job. And the hands, they do move. It's fully posable. It does function, but I just really like the way that this clay looks. It gives him, his armor just looks more intense. Like it just looks stronger on the figure, and it does a lot better. It does a lot better job, I think, than doing metal, to be honest. I do like doing metal armor, and I could incorporate putting metal on top of that too, but this just looks more more like a suit of armor that a clone will be wearing. So both arms are exactly the same with that. He does have the comma here going around the waist. I was going to paint the comma if it didn't color or accent it, but I do like it just plain blue. And then he does have the epic cape here. I'm going to move him back into the center so it's a little bit easier to see. He does have a really nice cape, and I did leave that again solid blue just because I really like the way that solid blue looks on this figure. Scoot forward a little. He does have a pistol. He didn't ask for a pistol for this figure, but I figured why not give him a pistol. Commando needs a pistol. Then he has a shotgun, so shotgun pistol combination is a pretty good setup. So I wanted him to have one. Now, this is the tricky part, because getting the cape to stay down and being able to move and see the stuff in the back, I had to incorporate a magnet. This figure has the most magnetic pieces on it than any figure I've made. So the cape actually, if you can hear that, I'll show you from the side angle. The cape actually has a little magnetic at the bottom right there, and the cape does lift up so you can see underneath there. I'll take the helmet off really quick. So you can see to the back of the figure, he does have one of those like exoskeleton spines on his back. I mean, he's a commando. He's going to have some pretty kick butt armor. So he does have that. It's made out of clay, and he does have 2 more ammo packs or supply packs on either side. But that's one of those bio suit spines that you see in like Call of Duty and stuff like that. And down there at the bottom, you can see where that magnet is, and then up top right there, my thumb is the other magnet, and it just, see, without it, it would do something like that. And I didn't want it to do that. I mean, you can do it if you want to, whoever gets this, if they want to leave it like that, they can, but I just figured having it magnetic down makes it look a lot cooler. So that is the cape. Now for the sword, I really like this style or this angle of the sword, how it's kind of just behind his back. You see a lot of stuff in cartoons or like ninjas and stuff, they'll have it just kind of behind their back at this angle. And I really like the way that it looked. I didn't want to put it up front like a normal sword just because it just kind of gotten in the way. And he's a commando, and he's probably going to have his style a little bit different than the norm. So I went ahead and put it on the back, which I think is really awesome. But one of the cool things is, with that being back there, this also, I didn't just glue his sheath to him. His sheath is actually magnetic too. Got a magnet there, but the thing is, I put this magnet on the inside of the fabric, so you can't see it. It doesn't pop out. If it did, this would have come out like really far, like this far off the figure, and I wanted it to be as flush. I just dropped the whole thing. I wanted it to be flush with the figure as possible, so putting it underneath the comma made that possible. So really sleek, really aerodynamic. So that is that. I'm actually going to take the sword out so you can see it. Now it's kind of tricky to get this in here because when I painted it, it might scratch out some of the paint over time, just putting it into this sheath, because the sheath was made or it was made with the sheath and then painted, so it was not a lot of wiggle room for it. But this here is I guess it's a combination of a vibroblade sword and a normal sword. He does have this yellow vibroblade coloring in there. That is that see-through plastic. If you can, it's kind of hard to see it with this camera because it's not gonna, or just with the lighting. But if it focuses, that's the key. That's like that's the secret word for it to focus. Focus. So yeah, it's not focusing, but take my word for it. It's a really cool sword, and it fits in his hand perfectly. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. It's like a medium-sized sword, I guess you would call it. Go up a little more. So this is his secondary, or I guess his pistol is his secondary weapon, or one of his main weapons. Turn it so you can see it. So he does have a sword. That's what he requested. The handle's a good length for the sword, not too long, not too short. Really cool sword. I really like it. If you can see there in this angle that it does have that plastic part at the top for the vibroblade effect on it, and then it is a metal blade. So really cool sword. Now if he wants to let go of it, this is the hand that his shotgun needs. Put that back into the case. Like so. Really cool sheath made out of metal and fabric. I think I did a tutorial on how to make a sword sheath. If not, then I will make a tutorial on how to make a sword sheath. I think I did one on the sword, but I didn't do it on the sheath, I don't think. But I'll get to that because it's really fun. So anyway, that is that. And then of course he has like a generic Jango Fett style pistol on his side right here with a brown holster for that. Really cool. If you didn't see that, or if you want to know how to make this pistol, I'm going to put a link to my tutorials up here, and it is in there with those. Now, this is what he looks like without a helmet. He does have the neck guard around the neck, because it's a neck guard, obviously. Put the helmet on so you can see that. Now, this helmet is really awesome. It took a long time to make this, but he does have this molded piece of clay here on the front of the helmet. And then for the side with his antenna, that is also a molded piece of clay. And then right there on the back right there is another piece of clay molded. And then for the top, these kind of raised little bumps, they give it that design. Those also are molded pieces. So really cool design on this figure. Now the visor, if you can see how it kind of, the light reflects off of it, I painted the visor underneath here black, or it wasn't black, sorry. I painted it yellow, and then it was really tricky. I don't know if I have any scraps over here, but the same plastic material that I use for my vibroblades and stuff like that, I cut out the exact same shape as the visor, and then I glued it on there, and then I used the Sharpie that gave the sword that effect. I did that to the helmet, to the visor itself. This actually was getting in the way, but I'll get to this first, and then I'll take off the visor. But he does have another rangefinder here on his helmet. Now, I know you might be asking why he has a rangefinder when his helmet has all these fancy things, but Jango Fett has the exact same helmet. His helmet was the original helmet, and he had a rangefinder or whatever. I mean, if you played the video game, it's kind of like a tracker too, so you can do a lot of things with it. But if he had one, then it's totally fine for this guy to have one. But this is fully posable. It is also magnetic, which is really awesome. The one I made beforehand, why is this not focusing? It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. There we go. So this is the visor. I do have a little bit of blue accenting the top of that helmet, which is really awesome. So the visor is a piece of plastic painted, or underneath, on top, sorry. I need to back up. I'm tripping over my words. I painted the visor yellow, and then I put a plastic visor over top of it, the exact same shape, and then I colored that yellow to give this really cool visor look. It looks a lot cooler in person, but I think it does look pretty cool on the camera itself. Now, for the side, this is magnetic. It comes off, and it clicks back on, really cool. Click. You can move it up, or you can move it down. Now, this was a more viral-looking optical. So this one right here was on this guy, and his moved down. It was cool because it was see-through, and it looked really cool, like it was like a display screen. That was like that, but it didn't work with the yellow visor. So I had to go ahead and paint it silver. I think the silver looks pretty good on this. And if you can see it, you might not be able to. but you probably won't be able to tell. This one right here is a lot thicker than this one, so I've gotten pretty good at making that really sleek. Like, it kind of juts off the side of his head a lot. This one, not so much at all. It is really, it's really, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's just, it fits the helmet. It's proportionate. I'll say that. It's just proportionate to the helmet. It's not some clunky thing like Lego makes where it like sticks off the foot on the side of their head. So yeah, really cool figure, really awesome Commando, doing secret stealthy missions and all that fun stuff. And with the color scheme, maybe he's a jungle commando, maybe he just likes this color and he can go anywhere. But really cool figure. Definitely don't want to mess with this guy. He does have a lot of armor, a lot of gear, a lot of tech. So yes, moving on to the main weapon for this figure is this shotgun. And I just totally ruined the surprise. Dang it! The shotgun has a magnetic barrel clip right here. And I wanted to make it magnetic because I thought it was cool. Just thought it was a cool feature. Bloop. To put that on there. Let's see, I wanted to go that way. So really cool shotgun. Now I started out giving it a red dot scope. Whoop, dropping it. He did have a red dot scope. But I kind of changed it to a holographic scope. I am butterfingers today. So it kind of changed a lot. The color scheme of this weapon changed a couple times in the making of it. But also the light's coming through kind of weird, but he does have it does have a brown stock here, and then it does incorporate all the colors that the figure has throughout it. Oh, that's why I put the clip on backwards. You can't have a backwards clip. So really cool drum clip. Now it does have two barrels, so it's a double barrel drum-fed futuristic shotgun. That was, they wanted a shotgun with it, so this is the shotgun that I came up with. Really cool. If you guys want to see how to make this, I can put it, make a tutorial with that. The light is coming through my window really weird. It's like blue. Let me close my curtain. It's this weird blue lighting coming through. Anyway, there we go. It's still blue. But anyway, it's a cool gun. I really like it. Awesome shotgun. Really cool figure. If you made it to the end of this video, that's so cool. Thank you so much. Let me put it back into his little paw here. Fits into his hand. That's not the sound a shotgun makes. I just exaggerated. So anyway, this is a really cool gun, really cool figure. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is the Commando for the U-Pick eye paint. If you like this video, hitchhike it. Don't forget to fist pound that subscribe button. Bam! I'm going to put a link to my tutorials and how-tos up here, so go check those out. Let me know in the description what other tutorials and how-tos you want to see, and I will try to make those. And now that I closed my curtain, it just got kind of dark in here now, but anyway, if you want to enter the U-Pick eye paint, all you need to do is go down to the bottom. I'll put a link into the description, and it's going to show you there's a link to my Flickr with all my paints that I have available for this, and each paint has a number. Like so. So don't say I want neon yellow. Say I want number 14. Okay. So tell me 4 numbers. So pick 4 paints and then tell me the numbers. These are for the next one that I'm going to do back there. But pick 4 paints, 4 colors, and tell me the numbers. And if this guy, he specified he wanted a shotgun, he wanted a cape, he wanted a sword. So if you want to specify it, go ahead and tell me what you want it on, what weapons. If not, just give me colors and I'll make it up. Also, if you want a certain color to be the primary color, go ahead and tell me that. So you can give me some details. So pick your colors, put some details in there. Let me know what you want to see. And if I like it, then I will, well, I mean, there's a lot of them, so I obviously can't pick them all. But I will pick it and then make it. And then hopefully by next Monday, I will have that out. I was going to make 2 of them from the last episode. I picked the other color scheme out over here. One of these other colors was in there. I can't remember which one, but there's those 3, and there's another one, but I'll find out. I'm going to finish that one because I really like that, and then I will do another one. So put a link down in the description, or I have the link down in the description. Leave a comment, let me know what colors you want to see. Sorry if I seem kind of scatterbrained today in this video. There's just been a kind of an interesting day, and just kind of a lot of stuff going on. So it's kind of hard to focus on all this. And but anyway. I had a lot of fun making this figure, and I hope you have a lot of fun watching this video and making your own figures. And I will hopefully do some videos on this air dry paint or air dry clay. See what I mean? Scatterbrain. I'm calling clay paint. So I'm gonna try to do some tutorials on that. It's a lot of fun. As you can see, you can get a lot of details out of these figures. So this video has gone on way too long. My camera's being weird. I think it's the time of the day and the lighting is just not cooperating. The lighting is just messing with the focus. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a super awesome, fantastic, wonderful day. God bless you all. Again, thank you for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more stuff. Hopefully, I have a lot of cool ideas. And yes. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Laters.